key takeaways: winter is still a risk, and it's still a significant risk for Europe. We've seen the European Union looking to restrict gas consumption. They announced that about a week ago, and that's a clear sign that they still see the risk. There's a little bit of a presentation in the free press, I think, that the energy crisis in Europe is over. We strongly view that it is not. There was a mild winter, and that's helped a lot, but definitely still a big risk of particularly gas shortages, but in general energy shortages in winter of 23-24. The Russia-Ukraine war has had a lot of impacts, but one that we're really focused on is its impact on price. And we see some key kind of competition relationships that we think are going to apply very strong floors in the market, very strong supports, keeping prices relatively high. And South Africa has a few key roles in those, and I'll get into those in a sec. We're still seeing demand growth. The global seaborne market is growing, and probably will for another year or two before it goes into kind of a long-term structural decline that it was in before the Russia-Ukraine war started. And we very much still see a trifurcated market. Okay, high CV prices are doing one thing, lower CV, doing another. Although we've seen spreads between those two certainly contract lately. And then Russia is its own entity, really, where it's discounting, but really interesting to see just how far it can discount given its costs. And then I'm going to talk briefly about resource depletion, which I think is something that is a problem for the global market that sets South Africa up for strong prices in the long term. Very quickly, I think many people have seen this slide. This is the new way that coal flows work. Much more South African coal going to Europe. Much more Colombian going to Europe, though we have been lately seeing, given an excess of coal in Europe, some Colombian cargoes sold eastwards. And then the other big takeaway, Russia really fighting to find new destinations. And important to note, India gradually becoming a more and more important price setter, particularly for coking coal, but also for thermal coal as well.